In Biloxi, a celebration commemorating Juneteenth has been going on for most of the day. WLX reporter Austin Johnson joins us with a look at how this two-day celebration is wrapping up.
Well, hey there, Mackenzie. Yeah, hundreds have made their way here to the Biloxi Town Green, and they're all coming here to celebrate Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day. Now, music has echoed throughout the area today with vendors, animals, and Black history on display, keeping those here busy. Now, this celebration marks the day in 1865 when enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas were informed of their freedom. Now, you may be wondering the significance of that and why that is important. Well, that message came 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by Abraham Lincoln that was supposed to declare all enslaved people in the Confederate States to be free.
Today is a celebration of the legacy, the foundational principles, and just community and unity that the movers and shakers and the City of Biloxi Parks and Recreation Department want to bring to this city.
And this holiday that falls on the 19th is celebrating that moment. Matter of fact, it's been a two-day celebration commemorating the emancipation of those freed individuals. Reporting here in Biloxi, Austin Johnson, WLOX News Now.